What's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome to another video for the Black and Silver Way. As you guys know, we defeated the Baltimore Ravens 37-33, and it was a long, hard-fought game, guys. I was out there, and I just couldn't believe my eyes, guys. I seriously couldn't believe my eyes. I was so proud of this team. I freaking teared up at the end when Derek Carr got the touchdown with Seth Roberts. I mean, right there, guys, is a playoff contending team. That effort right there was the ability to beat any team in the playoffs. The reason why I say that is every single player showed up that day. Every single down, every single player. They were just fucking firing all over the Ravens. I couldn't believe how good of a performance our team gave that day. Honestly, I've been to probably over 60 Raider games in my life, and that was definitely in the top 5 of the best home games I have ever seen since being on this earth. Derek Carr bounced back. For all you guys in my last video that were hating on Derek Carr, saying he's not the answer and he has no vision, let me go ahead and read you his stats for this game. Derek Carr throws 30 for 46, a career high with 351 yards and 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns, 350 yards, 30 for 46, and 1 interception. That is a fantastic game. That is a great game. He's only on his second season and he's putting up games like that already. Very promising to me, guys. I cannot wait to see the rest of what Derek Carr has to bring, especially coming up on our next game. I couldn't believe Charles Woodson was in the game. When I was down at the game, I couldn't believe that I was seeing Charles Woodson playing with his dislocated shoulder from last Sunday. It just shows of how much of a freaking beast he is, and he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame. He's probably one of the best defensive players ever to play the game. So Charles Woodson was in the damn game the whole time making tackles. It's crazy because I knew going into this game defense was going to need to put pressure on Flacco, or Flacco was going to just tear our corners apart. And at times, he was putting the ball on the money, and our corners were getting beat. But once DJ Hayden went down and Nico Thorpe came in, I couldn't believe what a game Nico Thorpe had. Nico Thorpe came out of nowhere, making insane batting down passes, putting pressure on freaking the wide receivers, got an interception to seal the game. Nico Thorpe, I mean, he made DJ Hayden look like a freaking college cornerback. It was ridiculous. Nico Thorpe, to me, was the best defensive player on that whole game. It was crazy to see that Nico Thorpe stepped up like that. The play calling defensively and offensively were good. Offensively, it was amazing. That's exactly the way Derek Carr needs to play. He needs to keep throwing, throw a lot. No more, running it up the middle. I mean, yeah, we got to utilize Latavius Murray, but Derek Carr is really good in the shotgun. I know he's just a straight gunslinger. He knows how to pass down the field. I feel like time management was really played out by the coaching staff really well. That last drive was amazing. We got a touchdown with 26 seconds left. We had 1 timeout to go. The play calling to get out of bounds was amazing. Everything about the game from the coaching staff was on point. Defense, we could shape up a little better, but offensively and time management, I felt like you couldn't get anything better. I felt like the refs' play calling was complete garbage like usual. Holding, pass interference calls were bullshit. A lot of the times that the Ravens, I mean, at least 2 touchdowns, the Ravens got some insane pass interference and holding calls on our team, which eventually led them to score down the field. But there was a couple times where if they didn't get those, we would have shut them out even harder. We would have been like probably 37-21 in my opinion. Another player that really showed up today was Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree hasn't got a touchdown since he's been on the Raiders yet, and he hasn't had too many receptions. But today, Michael Crabtree catched the ball 9 times, 111 yards, and he got 1 touchdown. touchdown. But also, the biggest thing he had is on the last drive, he got us all the way down to the 20-yard line with like a 25-yard pass from Derek Carr. And he got out of bounds. It was really nice footwork. Michael Crabtree looks just as good as he did his rookie year with the 49ers so far. He's very promising. I knew Michael Crabtree was going to show up this year. No matter how many people said, oh, he's here for a check, oh, you know. And I don't even like Michael Crabtree. I never liked Michael Crabtree because he was a 49er fan, and he made fun of us in the draft when he didn't get drafted by us when we picked Hayward Bay. I thought he was a bitch. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's on our team now, so I back him up fully. And he's really showing up, guys. And I knew that he was going to do that because everybody's doubting him right now in the NFL, and he had an injury, and all the 49er fans are hating really hard on him. He has a lot to prove, and he's wanting to get locked into a really big contract. And if he keeps playing the way he's been playing, shit, they're going to lock him into a 5-year deal, and he could be our star wide receiver with Amari Cooper for years to come. And speaking of Amari Cooper also had a really big game. 7 times he got the ball for 109 yards, and he caught his first touchdown as an Oakland Raider. Right off the bat, when I was in the black hole, I was watching the first drive. We never score on the first drive, ever. Even if we're away or at home, every time we get the ball first, we never score on the first drive. It's so rare. And all of a sudden, a 60-yard bomb to Amari Cooper with a touchdown, the whole Coliseum was lit up. It was insane. I couldn't believe how fucking sick that was. I mean, Amari Cooper to Derek Carr, it was awesome to see that. And also, those 2 receivers got 2 touchdowns, both over 100 yards. That makes the first time that 2 receivers have had over 100 yards, both a touchdown, since 2005 with Randy Moss and Doug Gabriel. Man, those were the dark days. Doug Gabriel and Randy Moss, 2005, those were some bad times. That's how long it's been, guys, since we've had 2 receivers go over 100 yards and both of them have a touchdown. What the fuck is that? And basically, on the last drive, Derek Carr ended up throwing a touchdown to Seth Roberts for the game-winning touchdown. Whole crowd went crazy. That was the best. Like I said, I can't stop raving. I can't stop smiling, guys. I can't stop smiling. This whole week I've been in a daze. You don't know how many times I've watched the highlights. I've had a couple times to make videos, but it's really hard because I'm used to my team getting their freaking ass kicked. And I'm used to talking about how bad we've done and what we have to fix. It's such a good, it feels weird for me to make this video, guys. It really feels weird for me to make this video because we kicked their fucking ass. And I can't stand the Baltimore Ravens. I can't stand almost all the East Coast teams. I can't stand anyone in the NFL. And it's just for the Raiders to come out, play the Baltimore Ravens like that, and just to go back and forth the whole game and get a game-winning drive like that, and to see my quarterback just have the game of his life so far in the NFL, it was just really good to see. It was really good to see, and I'm just really pumped about it, guys. Seth Roberts gets the game-winning touchdown. We win 37-33. We are 1-1, and we have the Cleveland Browns coming up next in Cleveland. Last year, we played the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. We could have won that game. I mean, I don't know why we didn't beat the Cleveland Browns. It was a real close game, and it slipped away right the 3rd or 4th quarter. They won. So far this season, Johnny Manziel doesn't look too bad, honestly, guys. He just beat the Tennessee Titans 14-28, and he had a really good game. I think he threw 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns. Either way, it was a really good game from his throwing aspect, and did a couple bombs and got some really nice plays. Cleveland has a lot of momentum right now. They haven't been winning in a long time, and Manziel's supposed to be their answer, and finally he's showing some glimpses of being an okay quarterback in the NFL. Derek Carr also is coming off of a career high, but also it's going to be our first time traveling this season on the road. So we always, play better at home than playing on the road. But this is going to be a big challenge for us, guys. It's going to be Johnny Manziel against Derek Carr, and it's going to be the big hyped first round pick from last year. And everybody knows about Johnny Manziel, and it was a huge deal about Johnny Manziel. He's had a lot of hype around him ever since he's been around from college. And now you have Derek Carr, more of the underrated quarterback that's coming out way better and had a rookie season starting, and he has a career high. This is going to be a really interesting game. Last year, like I said, we lost to the Cleveland Browns. I do not expect for us to lose to the Cleveland Browns. I know that Derek Carr is a better quarterback than Johnny Manziel. I know that our defensive line can break through that offensive line and finally get a sack on a quarterback because we have Alden Smith now and we have a good defensive line. They need to show up, and we need to put Manziel on the floor. And I think if Manziel gets on the floor a couple of times, it's going to screw up his whole rhythm because the Titans couldn't get to him last Sunday. that's what I expect to see. I expect to see Derek Carr to throw a couple touchdowns on this game. Defensively, they only have one good corner, really, Hayden, and honestly, besides that, I feel like we got this game in the bag. We just got to stay focused. We have good momentum from this win. Everyone's got to show up. Got to get over the win, and we got to focus on our next opponent. I don't want everyone to just be all with their heads in the sky thinking we're the shit and then have the Browns whip our fucking ass. So, anyways, like, comment, subscribe on the video. I will make another game recap. I'm just really excited. I'm really happy about this win. Ever since I've made this YouTube channel, I have not seen a game like that ever since I've been blogging, guys. That was the best game I've blogged over since I've had this channel. Was the 37-33 win we had over the Baltimore Ravens last Sunday in Oakland. I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure to hold your head high, and let's see if we can get a win against the Cleveland Browns. Peace.